A warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, would like to thank all of you for liking our videos, watching them, writing in your comments and your suggestions. We welcome Virendra Bharti ji on our channel once again. A warm namaste to you, Virendra ji. Virendra ji is an expert in Vastu, has a great knowledge of astrology and numerology, and is also an NLP, that is neuro-linguistic programming, and also Egyptian cartoons. So a lot of things in his repertoire. Today we're going to talk with him on Vastu Devtas. So Virendra ji, what is it? See, Devtas are one of my favorite subjects, and when you told that we're going to talk on Vastu Devtas, it was of great interest. So how many Vastu Devtas are there to be considered?
Yeah, Radhaji, actually, Vastu is actually a combination of 32 entrances, 16 directions, 5 elements, and 45 devtas.
45
or energy fields. 45 devtas, yes. And each and every devta has their different characteristics, their colors, their brainwave frequencies, and their body parts also.
Okay.
So in our whole body, every devta has assigned one particular body part.
Right.
So today what I am going to explain is another thinking mechanism for our fellow travelers in field of Vastu and astrology, that there is a very big relation between the diseases or some health condition of a particular person who is living in a house and a particular Vastu Devta defect in that house.
Okay. Okay.
In my experience of many decades into this field, I have so many experiences regarding and very interesting experiences. I want to share one with you. I was looking for a map. It was in Dehradun. I remember they are very rich people. And when I grid the map and I checked about these 32 entrances, 16 directions, and 45 devtas, I was surprised to see that there were 4 toilets in that particular house. It was a big house. And by chance, when I was looking into the deeper inclinations of implications regarding these devtas and body parts, I was seeing that all the devtas were related to the left leg. One was related to the left thigh, one was related to left knee, one was related to left calf, one was related to left feet. And I was shocked, because how can it be possible that all 4 devtas are related to that particular body part? So when I was visiting their house, I asked them, is there anybody have any issues with the left leg? And they told me that the wife of the owner had very serious leg pain from a very long time. And they had been to so many doctors, even in US. They are trying to get consultations from different doctors, but there was no relief. And I said, okay, because I'm not a doctor, so I was not able to do anything else, but I was able to know that there is a direct correlation between the left leg issue of the wife of the owner and these toilets present in those particular areas. I did my rectifications, and miraculously after 1 month, the pain of the left leg is gone. And it is already more than 3 years, the pain didn't return. So then I started making it a point that every house I'm going to check, I always check the relationship between the body parts issues and the toilets in that particular devta area.
Okay.
So another issue, another experience I had with one very big house, and I checked that there was a toilet in the Pusha Devta area in south of southeast. Right. And it was actually assigned with that particular right wrist.
Okay.
So right wrist is actually a very unusual part where one can get pain. So there
Right.
were 6 members in the family, and I asked them if uh, there is anybody in the house who has pain in the right wrist or any problem regarding this. I was surprised to know 4 out of 6 people had pain in the right wrist. So this is so unusual. So again, when we rectified it, there was considerable relief in all the issues regarding this right wrist problem. So, Anuradha, what happens usually whenever anybody goes to check Vastu, we know that if there is some issues in northeast area, we know that there will be problems in the head area, because we know northeast is this part actually.
Right.
If just like I was watching the house and I saw that there is a toilet in the Brahmistan area,
Right.
and all the family members have issues in the stomach area, all the family members.
Hmm.
So these are some normal rules which we Vastu people follow. But when we are relating it with Devtas, this is what I wanted to share with you, and with through you, I wanted to share with the Vastu community that they should look like this also. That many times it happens. Yeah.
Right. So I'll come back to one point. See, earlier on, they used to say that we should not get our homes, earlier on, when we look at old homes, they did not have their washrooms or their bathrooms inside the house. They used to have it somewhere in the courtyard, which was outside the house.
Yeah.
Now, can this also explain the reason why Vastu defects were considered why toilets
Yeah.
were built out of homes? One of the reasons. This is
What you are
one
saying.
question that I want to ask before we proceed further.
Yeah, what you are saying is right, because it always happens. Before, you used to see that there is a house in a rectangular form, and in the between or in the Brahmistan area is always open. There is nothing there. Either is only, you can say that there is a tulsi plant or some open area to sit and to talk and
Yes,
spend
and
your time.
yeah, a courtyard kind of a area, angan in
Yes,
Hindi.
yes. So what you are saying is actually is making sense, because in the past times they are making houses keeping these rules in their mind.
Right.
But nowadays, because of the space constraints and this increasing population, we can't follow all those rules. So
So
definitely we have to take care.
yeah, so but definitely the position of everything else, the washrooms have to be really given a lot of importance if you want to maintain a good health. Would you like to say it like that also?
Yeah, definitely. That is why, because we Vastu people always give too much importance on the placement of washrooms, and especially that is why I'm doing this video, so that people know that not only in terms of only Vastu direction defect, because we all know that if toilet is in southeast, then there is a problem in the fire zone, we can say. If a toilet in the northeast, then there is a problem regarding your thinking issues or mental issues. If a toilet in the southwest, you will not be very stable, stability issues will be there. But what my point is, going a little bit more deeper and see that which particular devta is coming. Suppose there is a devta called Pitra in southwest. If a
Hmm.
toilet comes into this zone, you cannot imagine that there could be an issue in the child delivery.
Yeah.
That is very unique thing in itself. Nobody is going to relate it, but these sort of things are happening when we are looking very deeply.
Yeah. Say, we take a house and we map the house like we map a person, and then we see
Yeah.
that a particular area of the house is afflicted and it corresponds to a particular body part. So it's very easy for us to locate that whether there is a problem in that body part of any person. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes, this is what I'm saying. Yes, you are right, getting it
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
So we can very well locate, if people have been having recurring problems in their lives with some body part or some issues, like as you said, in childbirth or things like that. We know that there's a particular zone in our home which is badly influenced or afflicted, and as such a devata out there is the one who could be afflicted and give you that kind of pain.
Yeah, definitely. Because whenever a person is unhealthy and they go to a person who is a Vastu consultant or an astrologer or a person who practice energy Vastu or this geopathic stress and everything, there are so many things. Number one thing, we are going to check geopathic stress if it is present or not. Another thing, we check environmental energies if there is some electromagnetic radiation is harming there or not. Number third thing is as you are also a very prominent astrologer, that we check through their chart the 6th and 8th and 12th house dasha is going on, or if there's something is related to that. And after that we check definitely this directions of that particular house or that particular devta. If and you will always see that if a person knows all these things which I am telling you, they will see a direct correlation with everything, even with the geopathic stress or environmental stress or your horoscope, your directions and your devtas, and you will see a perfect line going there exactly showing that this is the issue. Once you remove it, everything will be fine.
Right. So we've understood what the issue is. Now let's come to the remedial measures. Girendraji, generally they say that the Vastu cards or the people who follow the Vastu, teach Vastu or do Vastu, they have a lot of remedial measures to be done, which can be very, very costly. So is it true all the time?
Yeah, actually it is true in some of the cases, because when if you are doing this energy vastu remedies first of all, and if you are doing it there are certain instruments which one have to put there. So if you are it is like this, if you are taking the good medicines, they are always expensive. If you are taking normal medicines, they are not very expensive. Like you can buy generic and it is okay, the work will do. So definitely Vastu is expensive many times. I won't say it is not, but there are certain other remedies also. Like I was talking about Devtas. So if a person has some particular Devta is problematic in their house and they want to remedy it, so that remedy is not very expensive, but knowledge is expensive. Just
Exactly.
like there is an story of a person who came and only put a hammer on a nut, and he asked for the $40,000, and he said, why you are asking, you are doing only these things. So
Right.
I'm talking about that story, that the many times the remedy is only to light a particular color bulb, many times to put certain grains into that particular field, many times you have to only rectify the toilet with a particular either with metal strip or wire. So it is costing hardly 10 rupees to 1000 rupees, but the person who is going to tell you has maybe spent many decades into coming to that particular point. And I
Right.
think that is worth
Yes,
it.
that I believe is justified, because most of us, even the doctors, charge you for their expertise. So,
Yes, 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 yes.
so finally, and you also give a lot of good remedies, which are also, as you said, not very costly, because many times you have on our channel also said that this gate should not be painted black, it should be painted green, and you will see things prosper. Or this side, don't paint it yellow paint, make sure that it's a black paint. So very small things also that you have said, which has made a lot of difference for a person. So essentially, Girendraji says that as you map a person, you map a house into 45 different zones of 45 different devatas. And if there is an affliction on any devta, that can reflect on the people living in the house, in that house, and their particular body part which that devta is presiding over. So for that, we can always rectify, make certain rectifications. And Girendraji, so much thank you for this beautiful knowledge of the devtas or the energy field. Thank you.